Hello, hello. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you'll be watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose, and I am your host, Crystal Lavender. Some people know me as Criddle, like Riddle with a C, and other people know me as Nacho Mama because that was my old YouTube handle, but I'm going to go by my God-given name, which is Crystal Lavender. I said my God-given name was Nacho Mama in my last video. It cracked me up, but my real name is Crystal Lavender. All right, so today we are going to do the sign of Aquarius, see what's left for the Aquarius, for the Leo season for the Aquarius gang, all right? And before we get started, we are going to talk about this guy right here. This is my book. It's called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood sexual trauma and addiction, okay? And I wrote this whole entire book using my phone and a piece of paper, and I did a talk-to-text into my phone, and did the whole thing with my little phone in my pocket, all right? And I share this as inspiration for any of you out there thinking that, you know, you have to have some fancy laptop or a computer or, you know, that you just don't have the right gear. I guarantee you every single one of us walks around with a little tiny computer in our pocket at all times. It's amazing what we can really accomplish with those little guys. So, and I share my story like as truthfully. I mean, I've done a lot of really embarrassing things, and I've had one hell of a life. So I share my story vulnerably so that nobody out there feels alone. Okay. You are not alone. You are loved. Like there's nothing that you have gone through that somebody out there cannot relate with. Okay. And I share my story as inspiration of hope. So if you're out there in recovery, I share my story as inspiration of hope. If you are dealing with somebody that is in addiction, I share my story for you not to give up. Okay. Like don't give up. We do recover. Hi, my name is Crystal, and I am 3+ years into recovery. Okay. And that will be in the description box of every single one of my newer uploads. Like I didn't have a book back in the day, so it's not in my older one, but it is in all of my newer ones. And it is available on Amazon, or you could get a free download on my website, or you could get a signed copy if you email me. And all of that stuff will be in the description box after the video is uploaded. All right. So with that being said, let's get started. Aquarius. My words are not wording so great today, so bear with me. My words are all jumbled. Must be that Mercury stuff. Aquarius. Let's get you a spirit message oracle. We're going to find out what's coming for the rest of the Leo season for the Aquarius collective. Right? Try again. If once you don't succeed, just get up and try again. Try again. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Mom. What do we got for the Spirit Oracle cards for the Aquarius collective? It's always good to see you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. It says, if you think you are alone, you are not. We are all beside you in all that challenges that you face. Trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome in every situation. We have your best interests at heart, and we love you. So for those of you that are feeling alone, or that like you don't fit in, or that nobody really truly loves you or understands you, universe always loves you. God loves you, all right? Your spirit guides love you. Your ancestors love you. I love you too. And we got slow down and take your time. There is no rush or need to rush. You are already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. I know we get sick of that divine timing card. Like, who's in charge of this divine timing watch, right? I know in some parts of the world it's already tomorrow. So, I mean, who's in charge of this divine timing watch? But if you've put in your order and you know that you've put in your order, you've ordered what you wanted, it says that it's being shipped, like just trust that it's going to be there. It's going to show up, right? You don't have to check your mailbox every 3 minutes to make sure it's going to be there. It's like a watched pot doesn't boil. Eventually it'll boil, but you're going to drive yourself crazy in the process waiting for it to boil. So let's go to tarot. Yay. Love you, Vanessa. What does the tarot have to say for the Aquarius collective? What's coming in for the rest of Leo season for the Aquarius collective? Please and thank you. Please remember to drop that little like button. It's a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me. Big bada boom, chicken good, multi-pass. So the first card out was the Page of Wands. And then you have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. So it looks like you are moving pretty fast. Like you have made up your mind. Like you have made up your mind and you are out of there. Like you're like, I don't know where I'm going, but I know I can't stay here. Whatever the here is, with whatever this situation is, it's like you feel like you've ignored your intuition for far too long. It's like you can't ignore it anymore. There's something that's been screaming at you. Your intuition has been screaming at you. And you've been stuck in like analysis paralysis, but there's something that you are definitely like swiftly moving away from. And I think as soon as you make that decision to move away, or maybe you've already made that decision, you know, and now your feelings are all coming back into balance. Like you're back into equilibrium, you know, pouring into your own cup. So what's cool about the Temperance card is like, look, she's pouring into her own cup. Okay. Because that's really the only way it works. We can't pour from an empty cup. So I think a lot of you are going to be gaining your equilibrium, like your balance, from something that you like swiftly made your mind up. Like it was like, it might have felt impulsive at the time, but in reality, you probably were thinking about it for a long time. It probably was like you'd been thinking about it, and then just one day you were like, boom, I'm done, you know, and walked away. Because lots of times we leave in our mind and our soul before we ever actually take the action. So I think whatever it was that you left with the quickness, you left in your mind and your heart and your soul way before you ever actually left in person. But that ending is going to bring you a lot of balance with your Nine of Cups, a lot of stability, a lot of like independence. Like you'll gain your sense of self back. It's like there's something that was taking away from you, either spiritually, financially, like emotionally. Whatever the situation was not fulfilling for you. And by making that decision to actually take action instead of just thinking about it, it brings you the Nine of Cups and the Emperor. All right. So if you're wondering if you made the right decision, like if you just walked away from something, if it was a person, place, or, you know, a job or relationship or whatever, it's saying that, yeah, you know, the battle might not be over. It might be a little bit of a struggle at first, but that decision was the right decision. With the Ace of Cups here, that was definitely the right decision. Okay. Walking away from something that was soul sucking, you know, now you have a new renewed sense of hope. It might seem a little bit dark, but you have your eye on that prize. All right. And to some people, they might have thought that it was like impulsive. You know, they might have thought that just one day you were there, the next day you were gone. But in reality, you had been thinking about it for a long time. Like it took a long time for you to come to the conclusion to make that action. So the action might have felt impulsive to people around you, but internally, like it's something that you had been pondering for a long time. So if you're wondering if that was the right action, I mean, did you feel a sense of relief when it happened? You know, you have the Sun. Yeah, that was the right action. That is the happy card. This action, the action that you took, is definitely going to provide you with a lot more happiness, a lot more freedom, a lot more like spiritual stability. Like you'll feel a lot less stressed, you know, more cerebral. You know, and some people might be saying that you took the chicken shit out way, or, you know, that you were impulsive. And don't listen to the haters, okay? Because it took a lot of strength for you to walk away from whatever you walked away from. And I guarantee you it wasn't as impulsive as it might seem on the outside. All right. Yeah, we have resignation. Some of you might have resigned from your job. You know, you might have put in your 2-week notice. You might have decided to change departments or to move, you know, and from the outside, it really does look like it is compulsive, but it's not. It is definitely not an impulsive move, you know, And now you're kind of weighing your options with the Seven of Cups. You're kind of weighing your options. You know that you made the right move. You know that you couldn't stay where you were at, but it's like now you're trying to figure out your balance, your steps, which way to go, where the universe wants you to go. But you do have the Prince of Cups. So I don't think that you can make a wrong move right now, you know. It might feel like a disaster at first, like, oh my God, what did I do? Did I just jack up? Did I really just do that? You might have a little bit of worry, a little bit of distress that comes with making that decision. But in the long run, that Sun card coming out, ultimately you're going to be so much happier than you ever were with whatever it is that you were doing. You always got to follow your soul's true north, right? You're going to going back into balance, right? With that Temperance card and the Justice card there. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could have Libra in your chart. We've got Scorpio. We've got Libra. And your worry will start to dissipate. You will start to see things like unfolding, like, and being successful. That was on the cut there. I like these little patch tarot cards. There will be cause for celebration. It might be slow going at first. You might kind of feel like, oh, what did I do? Why did I do this? But just keep working at something that you love. If you are trying to find out which avenue to take, go with the one that makes you excited to get up in the morning. Go with the one that like makes you have some sort of zest and makes you feel alive. Like if you really enjoy doing people's nails or something, like if you do that on a part-time, like maybe look into going into taking classes to become a professional at whatever it is that you're doing, because following that path, like you will be rewarded. Not only will it be rewarding to do what it is that you love, the universe will also reward you with the financial ability to make that your job, Yeah, and I think you're coming to this realization with the Ace of Swords here. Out of conflict and chaos, that has been in the past, there will be some sort of clarity, some sort of like a new profound idea that will be beneficial out of that chaos. Hi, Julie Booley. Hi, Selena. You might be a little lost right now. You might feel a little lost right now, but you will come into balance. And I think it's just because change, like that sudden of a change, even though it feels like you've been preparing for this change for so long, it's like actually taking the action towards it might feel like you might have like a little bit of worry, a little bit of like, oh no, what did I just do? But trust and believe in your own intuition. If your intuition told you it was time to go, then it was time to go. All right. Because like I said, like a lot of times we end things in our mind and in our soul before we ever take the action to actually do it. So in reality, the situation was over long before you walked away from it. And the idea of change is super scary. It's like, okay, now what? What do I do? Like, how am I going to be okay? Are my bills going to get paid? Are my children going to be okay? Like, what's going to happen? But you will end up finding inner balance, like that inner peace. Like everything will come to peace. All right. Because right now it does feel like you're juggling your options, but you will get some sort of news, like some sort of new opportunity, maybe to work with somebody or to collaborate with somebody, or somebody will teach you how to do something, or you'll be inspired by somebody doing something and you're like, oh, that's exactly what I want to do. If they can do it, I can do it. Because you do have the Justice card. So you could be dealing with a Libra. Like justice will be served. If you're worried about some sort of like court issue, like I believe that those of you that are involved in some sort of court situation, that it will definitely work to your favor with the Justice and the upright there. You know, right now you're just kind of weighing your options, but don't make any impulsive decisions, you know, like especially not during this Mercury retrograde. Everything might feel a little out of balance right now, but I guarantee you they will go back to balance. All right. Just make sure that you are working from your logical mind and not your emotional body. You know, try not to just react to things. Not everything needs a reaction. All right. Sometimes we just need to observe it and not absorb it, and don't react to it. Okay. I would kind of just stay chill, like being watchful, look for the signs, the synchronicities, the things that actually like spark your soul on fire, like ignite your passion. All right. If you feel something and you have some sort of inspired action from doing like a creative project, like definitely follow those little intuitive nudges, because your ships are coming in. All right. They will be there. But don't move too fast. Don't be impatient. Okay. With the Chariot in reverse, things aren't going to move real fast. It's going to be kind of a slow process, but trust and believe that it will balance out. Whatever it was that you walked away from, you were supposed to walk away from it. You were supposed to walk away from it. And it might feel a little bit off kilter. Like making big changes like that totally makes people feel off kilter. You know, but you got the Page of Swords, so you're going to get some sort of news. You got the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So there's definitely something new coming towards you, either a new business idea, a new stream of income, some sort of like new inspiration, something that you didn't think of before. It might be something that you might have thought was out of your reach before. You know, maybe you just worked a bunch of hours so you could never put time into doing a creative project. And now you have all these hours available to you, so you could actually invest in something that like lights your fire. Yeah. But it will be successful, okay? Just bear this storm, weather this storm, you know, keep your cool about you. It will turn out all right. You know, whatever you left behind was meant to be left behind. All right? Because you couldn't stay where you were. You were stagnant. You were stagnant either in the relationship or with the job that you were in or with whatever it was that you were dealing with, like in the department you were working for. It's like it stifled all of your creativity, all of your inner spark. It's like you had no time for anything else except for this job, this relationship. It's like it put everything, like all of your focus and all of your energy into that. You know, and now I think your time is going to open up. You'll have more time to invest in the things that you actually enjoy. You know, you'll be able to like explore living rather than just existing. None of us just want to exist. We all want to live. We don't want to just exist. Let's get you a yes or no question. Yes or no for Aquarius. Think of a yes or a no. I got these cool little sticks here. Yes or no for Aquarius. We got this one. It says no. The anchor of fortune successfully drops from the ships of change, and it is rocked wildly by the stormy waves of love. Expect well-deserved success and luck, stabilizing your life for the long term. The anchor of fortune gives you courage. The ship of change gives you strength. The waves of love give you soul. Ooh, I haven't read that one before. That was pretty cool. And let's get you an angel number. So what sort of signs, you know, any sort of repeating numbers that you should be watching out for? Synchronicities. What do we got for the Aquarius collective? $888. Balance, finance, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. Capricorn got this too. So you might have Capricorn in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Capricorn. Get another one. What else do we got? 3333 says hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, and enthusiasm. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Right? The problems you have today. Think about the things that are going on in your life right now, right? Do you remember like man, there were times in my life that I would have a complete fit over the silliest stuff, man. And then once I realized that, like, and am I gonna be worried about this in 3 years from now? You know, if I'm not going to let it affect me for 3 years or for 5 years, if I'm not going to remember what's going on, why I'm even so upset in this moment, then I shouldn't let that moment take away my whole entire day. All right, like, don't let a bad moment make you have a bad day, okay? Because a bad day could turn into a bad week and could turn into a bad month, and then it turns into a bad year. So if you're not going to remember it on your deathbed or in a year from now or in 3 years from now, like, go ahead and feel your emotions for the moment, but don't just harbor whatever that feeling is. Like, try to acknowledge it, see where it comes from, and then let it go, because in the long run we only have like this short life to live, okay? So we can't be focusing on all of the bad things that are around us. We got to remember to stay consciously focused on, you know, the positive aspects of our day. Not to say that we're all like pooping rainbows and shitting Skittles and stuff, you know, because nobody's like that all the time. We're all human, you know. There, with the darkness does come the light. But if we lived in positivity all the time, like, how would we know that we were in positivity? How would we know that we were peace? How would we know that we were living in peace if we hadn't been through chaos, you know? So, and take the moments that are chaotic and thank them for what they are, and then spend more time in gratitude for the times that are not chaotic, right? Because it's easy to get sucked into that trap, and they really try to program us to think like that on a regular basis, to stay trapped in that cycle, that repeated cycle. You know, it's almost like a shame cycle. Like, you know, like, hi, my name is Crystal and I'm a recovered addict, and when I was in active addiction, like, my shame continued me on that path, because I would do the bad thing and then I would feel bad about it, and then I would isolate myself from the people that truly loved me, and then it gave me an excuse to do the bad thing again, because the people were already that loved me, I was already trying to get away from, you know. So it was like this perpetual cycle. And the same thing happens with fear, the same thing happens with trauma. Like, it's like these repetitive cycles. We get into these thought patterns, and then we get stuck in those prisons of our own mind. All right, so we got to break free from that matrix and take conscious control of, like, our awareness, right? Once we have awareness of what it is that's happening, then we can move entire mountains inside of ourselves, right? And it happens like one day at a time, just like other things, right? Hi, Mary. Yeah, no toxic positivity. Not everybody can be so positive. I mean, that's just unrealistic. There are people that are, like, pretty happy out there, but every single one of us has an equal and opposite side. For just as happy and as wonderful as a person perceives to be, or they are outwardly express, there is just an equal and opposite side of anguish and, you know, depression inside of them. They just don't express it as much as the other side, right? That's why they always say you got to be careful of the quiet ones, right? Everyone has an equal and opposite. All right, Aquarius. Well, I think those are the messages that my Aquarius friends needed to hear for the rest of the Leo season. And I will see you guys soon. I'm going to be doing Pisces here in a little bit, and then I'll probably do an all signs later. All right. I love you guys. And until next time, be good to yourselves and others always and in all ways. All right. Vroom, beep, beep. Love you.